Hello folks, World Cup 2014, day 13, unlucky day for some, lucky day for others. First match started was England against Costa Rica. For English, it was just a goodbye, and coach decided to put Lampard on the field. Frank Lampard started playing as a team captain. Rooney and Gerrard sat on the bench. Same thing happened to Bolanos. Christian Bolanos, this great player from Costa Rica, was a spare for the Sweet 16 as Costa Rica had already qualified. The only thing that was worth playing for this game is to Costa Rica to remain as the first of the group. They're watching the other match being played between Italy and Uruguay simultaneously. First half 0-0, very dull first half, not much being produced by both teams. They came back in the second half. The coach decided to put Rooney and Gerrard back, and for these guys it was probably the last chance to actually do something for England. They were have a disappointing career in World Cup. Great club players, kind of disappointing in the World Cup. This was the last time for them to do something, and they really tried. England took control of the game. They almost scored goals. And right after Uruguay scored a goal against Italy, Costa Rica took control of the game, showing that they were probably the best team in this group and deserved to be number one. The other match played 0-0 the first match. The other match played between Italy and Uruguay, a very tough match. Both teams are well known for brutal soccer they can play. They can be very dirty. They can play tough defense match. First half 0-0, only Pirlo actually creating some plays. This guy is 36 years old, and he was, in this whole cup, the best player of Italy, along with Buffon, another experienced old player, but that's pretty much Italy's going to need to renew and find some new good players for the next World Cup. In this first half ended up 0-0. On the second half, Uruguay needed to win the match, and they started playing tougher and tougher. And then finally, Marquinhos got a red card in a casual play. I didn't see him doing anything. The referee saw differently, gave the guy a red card, and right after that, Uruguay put a lot of pressure. A very strange thing happened, minute 35th of the match, when Luis Suarez, this great forward player, took a bite against Chiellini, the Italian defender. Clear bite, everybody saw it, kind of ripped his shirt off. The referee did not see, did not give him the red card. Right after that, Godin scored a goal, the head shot, putting Uruguayans ahead of the game. They finished up winning the match by 1-0, qualifying in this death group. Uruguay will have to play against Colombia. They won the match surprisingly. I didn't expect it. I thought the match was going to tie, but Uruguayans are back there. They have a lot of tradition. We've got to remind people that they won the World Cup in 1950 right there at Brazil, at the same place they already qualified. But for Luis Suarez, I'm really, really hoping that he gets tough punishment from FIFA. We got to show an example here. This guy took a bite. Kind of remind me that Mike Tyson against Holyfield, the boxing fight. This is not boxing. This is soccer, and I hope he gets punished through the whole entire rest of the cup. I hope he doesn't play anymore, and I think people really take an exemplary punishment for Luis Suarez. It also reminds me that when Zinedine Zidane stepped on the head of the player in South Africa in the match and got a red card and got 3 matches for punishment. I think he should be ejected from the rest of the cup. And, France ended up winning that cup with Zidane on the field. On the other match, played between Greece and Costa do Marfim, Ivory Coast. For Ivory Coast, they needed to tie the match to remain alive. For the Greeks, they needed to win the match, and they played really well the first half. It's kind of surprising. Greece really surprised me in this World Cup. I did not expect a lot from them. They have older players. I didn't think they were going to go very far. They played very well the first half. Ended up scoring the goal. Samaris, after a great pass from Samaris, minute 42, came back. Ivory Coast has a better team. The players are technically better, more skills, physically way better. They have a lot younger players. They start putting pressure, a lot of pressure, and Boni ended up scoring minute 28 after a great play by Gervinho. Gervinho actually played really well along with Yaya Touré, really trying to score goals. On the Greek side, great match for Samaris, Halebas, and of course Samaras. The match was going with the Ivory Coast taking the position, taking the tie, and qualifying for the Sweet 16 on the minute 90. These players are very sly. Samaras kind of dropped down. It's kind of hard to say, and if he was hit or he was just tripped on his own foot, well, the referee saw the penalty, gave the penalty to the Greeks, and Samaras took it, minute 90, scored a goal. Nothing else could be done. Greeks won the match and advanced in the World Cup. They're going to play the next match against Costa Rica in the Sweet 16. And the final match of the day, Colombia played Japan, and what a display with beautiful soccer. This Colombian team is one of the best teams of the Cup so far, along with Holland, with the Dutch. They have 100% performance so far. They started scoring the first game to Jose Cuadrado, this great player of the Colombian squad, scored the first goal to penalty kick. The Japanese, brave team, they actually, didn't do much in this World Cup, but they were kind of unlucky throughout every match, and this was not very different today. They scored a goal. A brave team, Okazaki, scored a match. Minute 45, the Japanese really putting a lot of pressure, trying to win the match. Second half came back, and the Colombian coach decided to put James Rodriguez on the field, and everything just changed for the Japanese. The Colombians just completely took control. What a player this guy is, James Rodriguez. Actually, Colombia has lots of good players. Cuadrado, James Rodriguez, Teófilo Gutierrez. Really, really, really tough man. And of course, the goalkeeper, Ospina, who actually, step out of the field in the end of the match after they're winning by 4-1. Jackson Martinez scored 2 goals, minute 10, minute 36, with beautiful assists by James Rodriguez, who really took control of the game. Right after that, the coach put Mondragon, an old goalkeeper, 43 years old goalkeeper, to play in 1998. A fantastic goalkeeper. They gave him the opportunity to be. He's still playing right now in the Colombian league, and he ended up making a couple good saves for Colombia. Congratulations for this amazing soccer player. And in the very end of the match, minute 44, James Rodriguez just wrote history. Fantastic, probably the most beautiful goal of this World Cup. I don't think people would score a better goal than this goal was. Like I said, Colombia is going to be tough. Well, tomorrow, I'm going to come back to talk about the 14th day of the World Cup. And right now, we already have Colombia will play Uruguay, and Costa Rica will play against Greece. 2 tough matches. I think Colombia will probably step on Uruguay, especially if Suarez is not on the field. Costa Rica and Greece, everything can happen. We got this slight, tough team playing one of the surprising teams of the World Cup. But that's for next week and tomorrow, day 14. And I will see you next time.